disappearing frog statue, big dragonborn, glowing gnome, set of stairs, go.
Running down the stairs, holding a gnome. His name is Hamilton.
Bartholonude is charging down this stairway.
He's very out of breath.
Actually, he's I mean, you're an
I'm
older.
not sure how long this fucking light lasts.
Your dragonborn is an older dragonborn.
Oh
right?
yeah.
He's
in his 50s.
and dragonborns only live to like their 80s. So you're a general. You're an elderly dragonborn.
Like
Been
Great
there,
Danes.
done that kind of dude.
Exactly. So you are traversing this stairway with this small gnome tucked under your arms.
Nope, he's on my shoulder.
He's on your he's just up on your shoulder.
Yep,
kinda
he's sitting like a cutesy girl, like his knees are tucked, his hands are right there. He's just sitting right on my shoulder.
Okay, so this stairway is only like it's a very narrow hidden stairway. It's only like 8 feet like from stairway to top. He cannot be on your shoulders or else he will be just knocked.
Well, then
the shit
his
out.
stomach. I grabbed him like a body.
So he's like laying like beside your head. Like
Yep.
okay. Like you're carrying a bag of
some
sand
light.
or something. Okay.
I would like to think that I'm like somehow strapped to your chest like a small child.
I'm sorry, I actually don't have a baby knapsack in my inventory, so
I mean, I have a backpack. You could just put it on backwards and I could get inside of it.
like a kangaroo.
cut holes in the bottom, put your
Yeah.
feet right through it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was going to like this so
like a
much.
harness.
I would have thought about it beforehand.
He's into weird shit, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
This is very true.
You should touch him in places.
all right. So you are traversing this stairway, and he's lighting the way. And Topher and Benedict, are you guys following behind?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not staying
Not
up there
just
in the dark.
yeah.
I imagine they don't want
That
to
was
be
right after I...
They're Kool-Aided Manning their way down this
this
hallway.
homie's got my brother. Like I don't want to.
Yeah, I started down the staircase. I looked back and I gave him a big wave,
Yeah, he
like,
gave
"Come
us the
on,
wave.
come on."
Okay.
So they're either they're coming or they're fucking going.
Yeah, the only reason I'm following is because I'm pissed that he stole my lantern. So I already get fucking shit back, you motherfucker.
So
We won't turn you into a balloon. We'll turn you into a lantern.
weird.
So, as you guys are going down this hallway, or sorry, the staircase, as you guys are going down the staircase, the light has illuminated it, but it is a spiral staircase. So every step that Bartholonude takes, you guys are losing light behind you. And you traverse the staircase for what seems to be minutes. Like, it's a long stairway. And then eventually you hit the bottom, or at least what seems to be the bottom as it flattens out. And it is completely just, it almost seems like you've hit just like a cave, like just a bottom of a cave. And there is nothing around you. And you guys are just standing in this small cavern. And
I just say that Drake would be very disappointed with our progress.
Drake? I don't understand.
Because we went from here to the bottom.
Oh my god.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because we didn't start from the bottom, and now
All
we're
right,
here.
and now we're officially on a call for new individuals to take over the spot of
we
Hamilton.
went from here.
Wait, you gotta do the underground theme. We just went down the stairs.
Oh, true, my bad.
Fucking Christ, get your shit together.
So you guys are in this. It's like a room. It's pretty illuminated from Hamilton's golden illuminated skin, and it's just wet, dripping cave. And you could tell that like there's a flat wall that appears to be made of something that's not stone like the rest of the walls are and the stairs were. So what do you guys do?
We should touch that wall.
I'm gonna set Hamilton down.
Okay.
And I'm going to go touch that wall.
So you go up and you touch the wall, but you don't really. You could tell it's not stone. It's wood for sure. But nothing happens when you touch it.
Interesting. I would like to smack it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
To find
Your
out if
1/4
there's...
staff.
I wanna find out if anything's
as you
behind
walk
it.
up to you get closer to it. It's still dark. You know, like when you have a candle and it's still dark around you, but there's like this little bit of light.
Right.
I mean, the
so-
light shines for up to 40 feet.
Yeah, but
It's
still, like
bright.
it's
It's like a really big candle.
It's a giant.
Regardless,
fucking
he
candle.
approaches this this wood and he gets ready to touch it, but then you hear something. You hear someone talking.
Oh shit! Okay.
You can't make out what they're saying, but you can tell they're talking. So do you still want to hit this with your staff?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
No, I would like to turn around and very quietly whisper to everyone else. I hear people talking, but I don't understand what they're saying.
Okay, let me clarify. It's not that you don't understand them. It's a fact you can't. It's
too muffled.
Yeah, it's too muffled to really.
Okay.
So he can't understand them?
Well,
It's not that I don't speak their language. It's that they're too
I wanted to
Just too
clarify
quiet.
that. Sorry for
That makes
your
sense.
fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, then I would just kind of like shush everyone and just be like, I can hear people talking.
Okay.
Oh, should we try to move further down and see if we can find the source of this?
Or we could bust through this wall.
I like that idea.
I cast Thundering Smite on my halberd.
I thought Thundering Smite was like
Thunderous Smite is cast upon a weapon, and then you use that weapon on whatever you want to use Thundering Smite on.
Okay, so can I tell that they're on the other side of the wall?
you can't tell where they're at, but you can hear them.
So we don't necessarily know that they're on the other side of the wall.
I don't think that busting through a wall or causing a lot of ruckus is a really good idea because we can't hear them. We don't know who it is. I think we should make our way closer to try to understand what they're saying before we do anything crazy.
I get what you're saying. I respect your opinion. But I really want to bust through that wall.
I also want to bust through the wall.
Based on this note, it seems as though we have compelling evidence that we need to take aggressive action to determine the root of this evil.
3-1, get fucked.
So Thunderous Smite.
I got nothing. I'm looking through my
That
spells
was
trying to
so
cast something on
good.
these fucking pieces of
Oh,
shit.
man.
I got nothing.
The first time you hit a melee weapon with this attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder, and it is audible within 300 feet of you. And the attack deals an extra 2d6 damage to the wood that I'm about to strike. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. So that wood's about to be prone as fuck.
Okay, as he's getting ready to do this, I'm going to cast command on him.
Okay. So I'm assuming he has to do a saving throw against that.
Let's see here.
Probably a wisdom.
Whiz.
Yeah, target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Pretty cool, my priest friend. I don't care that you're a cleric. I'm going to say the wrong thing because that's how little of a fuck I give about you.
Make your fucking saving throw. Don't roll my dice.
I'm not.
Good. Yeah. From over here, like the laptops are just like you're just fucking cranking one out.
Pitches ain't shit. 18 and my wisdom's negative, so it's gonna go down 1, so it's a 17.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking beat it. It's not
Okay.
yeah, that beats it.
So Thunderous Smite is still on my halberd.
Okay. Well, okay. Before this happens, I want to ask Topher.
Yes.
Did you want you see him cast Thunderous Smite upon his weapon, and you attempt to command him, but your spell obviously does not, take effect.
Yes.
Did you want to try to compel them, or what? Essentially, give your reasoning as to
He
why
already
you
did.
Well, he said
cast-
he didn't think it was a good idea, but he didn't really explain why. He said he didn't want to make a lot of noise.
Okay,
I just
so-
was curious as to what his frame of
So
mind
point
was.
of order, I just cast Thundering Smite on my halberd, and I'm getting ready to do this, and then
That's whenever I
Right,
cast
and that-
command.
Yeah, I would say it's a little
you
too
cast
late,
command, and then you want to say anything before I'm about to fucking...
Well,
That's what I mean,
I
he cast-
cast
Go balls
command while I see you doing this, so I wanted to try to stop you.
I think
from
you
doing
did command
this.
before I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, regardless, the point is that he took action to try to get you to stop, and he immediately realized it didn't work.
Yeah.
So while you're still attempting to take action, he could still speak out while you're about to do something to try to get you or implore you to stop. So if he strongly believes that it's a bad idea, there have been points in the previous sessions where you've been wanting to do something and he has talked you out of it.
Topher was the voice of reason.
Exactly. So I didn't know if you had something you wanted to say.
I did.
Go for it. We want to hear it.
Kind of.
That water is
There's
loud.
Yeah.
I feel something dark, ominous down here. I don't think that. I actually feel compelled to go towards it, but I don't think that we should.
Benedict.
Let's break the wall.
What if we get closer, and if we can see them, I can maybe charm one. If the charm fails, we can kill them.
If we get close enough and we see that they're a threat, I think that attacking them is perfectly fine.
Hey,
I just
Topher.
don't want to make a move
So
before, because we hear a voice, yes, but
I've intentionally am interrupting you.
okay.
Go ahead while you're talking. Make a perception check.
Don't use my dice.
Dropped up. Raindrop.
20.
Okay.
It's not
so
a nat 20.
while you were imploring them
Yeah.
and trying to win them over in your favor,
Yeah.
you notice on the far end of the bookshelf, the far end of the wall,
Yes.
you see a handle, like right up against the wall.
Okay.
And like while you're talking to them, you notice that there is a point to where you can put your hand in and do something.
Okay. All right.
So-
Okay, cool. So I think that we should get a better view on the voices that are. Do you guys see that down there? It looks like a handle. Maybe something that if we pull it or push it, we can maybe open a door.
Push it real good.
Well, I've just cast Thundering Smite on my halberd, and I'm ready for anything that might happen if you want to pull that handle.
Okay. I walk down and pull that handle.
I can just see the tension on Josh's face. Like it's just building.
ready.
He just wants to fuck something.
I'm ready to break this fucking wall.
So what's going on here?
He pulls the handle.
All right. So Topher pulls the handle?
Yeah, Topher.
Okay, so Topher, you stroll up to the wall and you grab it. And you put your hand into this cubby.
Yes.
And you
Question. Before we proceed any further, I want to put guidance on him.
guidance on Topher.
Yeah, because he's about to pull this handle. And I don't know what's about to happen.
So what's guidance do? Can you give me that?
Guidance. Touch one willing creature before the spell ends. Target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an ability check.
Okay.
It can roll before or
And it lasts
after
for 1
making
minute?
the ability check. And yeah.
Okay, no problem. So he
But I want to
reaches out.
touch his butt.
So he reaches out and puts his hand in this little cubby as he's perceiving to be some sort of handle, and he starts to move. And you reach out and you place your hand on his butt, and you feel like this tingle in your butt cheek.
Left
Oh,
butt.
you better
And-
watch it, little boy.
I get erect.
And he
Left.
reaches out and just gives a little tug, and he's like, "Here's some guidance."
Have some guidance, brother.
So
It
as
points
you,
in the right direction.
oh god. So as you reach your hand in there and you begin to pull back, you notice that the wooden wall moves with your hand. There's a little bit of resistance, but it begins to open up. And as it opens up, all of you begin to hear the conversation that is taking place. So,
So let's hear the conversation.
okay. So you hear a voice that is actually not incredibly familiar, but you have heard before speaking.
Oh no, it's Franklin.
It's the nobleman.
And as he begins to talk, you all recognize it as the nobleman
Oh, shit.
from before. And you hear him say, as you guys all just kind of like peek out like fucking Scooby-Doo, like a one head, like on top
all
of
in
the
line,
other.
on top of each other. Yeah.
You hear the nobleman, and he's on the far side of the. You guys can't even see him from where you stick your head out, but you can hear him more clearly now. And he says, "Please, my lord, I implore you, do not make me do this. You know I have given everything. I have given my life, my soul, my family. I've given up everything for the cause of our God, and I have nothing else to give. Do not make me do this one thing. I have never said anything." And then you all hear a voice in return. It is incomprehensible to any of you.
It's not abysmal, anything.
No,
Not celestial, nothing like that.
nothing like that. It is incomprehensible to all of you.
So it is a
Can I
language.
cast a spell to make it like, wait, hold on a second. Never mind. It won't work. Never mind. Just kidding.
Okay.
I was going to be a dick and just make it to where he was completely mute. So he just couldn't talk at all. But never mind.
I doubt it would work because this note from the nobleman says he's meeting his liege.
I was just trying to be an asshole.
This is probably the god.
That's just like my inner as Topher. Like, that's what I want to do, but I shouldn't do it. So, yeah.
Okay. So you hear this incomprehensible voice speaking to what you perceive to be the nobleman, as it sounds familiar to you guys. And the nobleman, you can hear him, like he's attempting to interrupt this voice periodically and saying, "Please, no, please, please, please." And he eventually, there's a long period of speaking but for the incomprehensible voice. And then you can hear the nobleman sobbing. Like he begins crying in tears. And there was a red glow to the room, and the red glow is gone. And then you hear the nobleman in tears crying, and you hear him speaking to himself at this point. And he is saying, "I do not want this anymore. I want this to end. I hate this." And then you can hear him begin to walk slowly, and he is upset, and he is crying. What do you guys do?
I want to catch up to him.
Yeah, I want to go
I
after
want to
him.
grab him and ask him what the fuck he just
I want to
did.
try to charm him.
Okay, I got two conflicting things
So
there. So
I
Well,
can't-
either way, we're trying
yeah.
to find out what the fuck he did.
I can't charm him until I can see him. So we have to run after him no matter what.
okay, so
What about you guys? What do you think?
Yeah, what are you boys thinking?
Go ahead.
yes,
I'm kind of like in a daze.
facts.
Like I feel like something's going on inside my mind that's like pulling at me to try to help him, but at the same time to try to not do anything.
Well, I want
we're
to point
gonna
out.
leave
I want
you.
to point out the note. I want to point out the note that we've heard, and I don't want to be too loud when I speak about this. Okay. But in the note that we got earlier,
well, hold on. So you got. Do you guys, just so you guys can speak about it? Let's say, for the sake of the narration, you just kind of like grab your compadres and kind of duck back into the room.
Yeah, my compadres that
Sorry, I don't know why I say that.
I hate. I hate all of them.
Thanks, man.
But I grab you guys, and I want to make sure that you know that this nobleman mentioned that he was meeting his liege, and he spoke of a god that forced him to do things that he didn't want to do, and that it was only the beginning. So I believe what we have here in front of us is nothing other than that god that he is speaking to. This is a note that mentioned he was out for the night. So we must be careful with our actions.
Didn't he dip though? Wasn't he like sitting there by
Well, we don't
himself
know that.
crying?
You didn't see anything. You saw a red glow, and then upon the end of the incomprehensible voice, the red glow had disappeared.
If we don't move now and grab him while he's alone, we may never get another chance to question him.
Then let's make it so. Just remember that today's events, this morning's events of the apparition in the sky that most of us saw, this is directly correlated to what we are seeing now.
If I was afraid of old gods, I wouldn't be here. Let's go.
You guys say you want to do something, but you haven't said you're doing something.
We're going after him.
Yeah, I want to cast.
Well, I mean, do you
Whip.
guys
Josh.
you sneaking out there? You
Speak into the microphone.
yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my shit, dude.
Fine.
Shit.
Look at that shit, baby.
Shit. All right, I want to cast. I want to use my Thorn Whip.
You are still not talking
my
into
God.
the microphone.
It's like
Cock.
There you go.
I would like to use my Thorn Whip cantrip. Please.
Okay. So,
And it's
what's the
going-
range on that thorn whip? Just give me that.
30 feet.
Okay. So,
Can you see him?
We can see him.
No, we can't.
I thought we could.
no, you guys at this point, at this very moment, you guys ducked back into the room to be out of sight while you guys were discussing what you were just talking about.
Well, obviously, I would like.
Okay, so you're going to put your head back out,
Yes.
just to see what you can see. So at this point, you can see the nobleman, and he is going back towards the other end of the room. So you guys, what you were seeing was off to the right, and you see him in your view, and he's walking to.
Oh,
to the
I
left.
can see him.
At this point, yes.
I can charm him and have him walk back to us.
I really wanted to do something. I wanted to wrap him up in a Thorn Whip and bring him to us.
Well, I can't stop you from doing that.
Yeah, just fucking charm him.
Don't be a bitch, dude.
Thorn Whip. Oh, I'm sorry. Thorn Whip.
All right, so do you yell Thorn Whip before you do it, or do you cast Thorn Whip? I was going to say, that's probably going to get his attention if you do that.
No, I'll just cast it. I'm not-
Okay, so what's the range on Thorn Whip is 30 feet?
30 feet, yes.
Okay, so what is the stats on Thorn Whip? Give me those.
Okay, so you create a long...
And the mic, read loud.
He's reading it in a language you can understand. man.
Keep in mind, people who are listening want to know what you're about to do as well.
Yeah, I would like to know what I'm about to do, too, so...
You mean the five of us in the room that'll listen to this?
You create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lashes out at your command towards a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage. And if the creature is large or smaller than you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer than you. Okay, so maybe that's not the best idea. You should probably just charm him. I just saw
Read your
Thorn Whip and I
spells.
was like, you can pull him towards you. I was like, hell yeah. Shut up, Dan.
What?
Those are some loud motherfucking trips right there, man.
So listen, I can peek my head back out and try to charm him and bring him back to us. Are there any objections?
No.
Maybe creep down the hallway and see if the apparition he was speaking to is still present.
All right, that's smart.
Are we agreed?
Yes.
Hamilton, you are the smallest. I volunteer you.
I am also glowing very brightly.
Well, it's been a minute, right? Is he still glowing?
Am I still glowing very brightly?
That lasts an hour, not a minute.
Yeah, that
an
lasts more than a minute. Yeah.
You're definitely
I'm
still
definitely
glowing.
still super glowy. I don't
So
think
I
I
wouldn't
can go down
recommend
there.
you going any further.
Actually, no, wait. Do we still have any of the sheets?
We didn't say that we brought them.
Yeah, I don't think we
Hold on.
So-
Hold on.
nah, bro.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I have a disguise kit. I would like to disguise myself.
You know, you just look like a
glowing
lamp.
Who the
disguise.
fuck are you going to disguise
Put a sheet
yourself
on you, you would
as?
look like a fucking lamp.
That's what I'm going to do. I
I
want
don't
to
think that's how that works.
It's a gnome
disguise
lamp.
kit is used to...
to cover up light.
disguise you as a taller.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be whatever size. It just makes you look like someone else. It doesn't change your like height and
I'm
weight.
aware of what it does.
I have an idea.
No, I'm aware of what it does. I want to disguise myself as a human.
A 3-foot tall child.
3 foot tall,
Yes.
Okay,
glowing
that's
human.
fine. I was asking. My bad.
So, what,
Sorry for being interested
before
in you.
Hold on a second. Let me look at this real quick.
I had an idea of me morphing into some kind of friendly animal.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so
that would work.
as an action,
Flamingo, maybe.
I can.
I'm listening. Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
As an action, I dismiss light. So Hamilton is no longer glowing.
Do we have a source of light other than me, though? Does anybody have like a
But
candle?
if you were going to,
Is the area that the nobleman was in, is that like lighted in some way? Is there like torches on the wall, or he's just like chilling in the dark?
Rad.
No, there are torches on the wall. Like
Yeah,
the room
so-
is lit to where
okay.
you can see him.
Okay, yeah,
Is
then
it
that
lit?
would work.
Yeah,
Is it
you
lit
remember you
AF?
saw him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying.
I dismiss light from Hamilton.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to creep down the hallway.
So you're going to walk out. Okay. So it's not necessarily a hallway. It's an open room. It's not just like you walk in the hallway. It's like it's a cave.
Well, it's not a completely open room because we couldn't see the apparition the nobleman was speaking to.
No.
You said he was out. It was a
Yeah,
red
but
light
you guys-
coming, but it was outside
right,
of view.
You guys are in the wall. You guys are like tucked back into a room, and there's like a curvature to the wall, and you couldn't see around that wall.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
wanna
were to
sneak
go
in.
out,
That's
you
what
would-
he's wanting to go. He's
Yeah,
wanting
I
to see
wanna
what
go
the
out.
apparition was to see if it's still
Okay.
there.
So you walk out, and it's kind of dark where you were walking out at,
Right.
And you look down to the left and don't see anything, and you look to the right, and then you see two statues. One is an angel, and one appears to be a demon. About 20 feet from each other. And then in the middle of these, and behind it slightly, there is a flat pedestal. And there's nothing on it.
Okay.
But that is the direction you heard the sound coming from.
Okay. Is the nobleman down there still?
He is, you had seen him, and he is traversing a stairway that is far away from that, because he was walking away from all of that.
Oh,
Okay.
He's on the other side of the room.
we could
You haven't
gingerly-
seen any of this yet.
I'm saying
Yeah.
to you, person to person, we could follow him up the stairway.
Right. That's probably what we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah. First, though,
I need to see it in character.
I need to call back to them and say, he's going up the stairway. And then I'm going to run over and get on the pedestal.
Oh God.
Okay. So,
I don't hear any of this. I don't hear him say anything. I'm actually on the ground, sitting, and kind of it looks like I'm at war with myself.
I grasp my holy symbol and hold it near my heart.
okay.
I follow him.
Okay.
Like, let's do
So
it.
I need both Hamilton and Benedict to make Constitution saving throws.
Okie doke. Okie doke. Excuse me. All right. Shit. All right, so that's
That
going to
could
be
be better.
a 7.
I got a 9.
7.
Josh, could you, just please talk into the microphone.
I'm trying, man.
Not very well.
Fuck.
We're not telling you this because we're mad about it. We're telling you this because we need it to sound fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, just because we all know that nobody's going to want to listen to you while we're doing this podcast doesn't mean you can't speak into the microphone.
I'm listening now. And I
Give
still
them
wanna
something
listen
to
I'm
you.
going
ignore.
to intentionally speak out of the microphone.
Josh,
Keep telling me
Josh,
to speak into the
give the
microphone.
viewer something to ignore, please.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's definitely me and not fucking Bill Clinton over here. I'm sitting on the fucking ground. I'm at war with myself. Fucking.
It'll make sense. Don't worry.
Well, right now, they're ignoring you.
So I'm holding my holy symbol. These guys are about to roll Constitution saving throws for going whatever they're doing. Then I pull out my flute and play a song.
Man, I really thought it was going to be like Future.
For real, that's what you do?
Percocet. Molly Percocet.
I think he's
I'm actually
happy.
playing my flute right now.
So, here's what happens.
Okay.
Tell me.
You guys are walking
Okay.
slowly and quietly towards the nobleman.
Okay.
And you hear a flute begin to play in the background. And so does the nobleman.
Oh, fuck.
And he turns, and both of you jump behind a pillar.
Jesus Christ.
But you are not quick enough, and both of you stumble over each other.
Just jump right into each other.
Like you just hit each other, and then you don't fall or anything. You guys just don't get it done.
Yeah.
And
In plain sight.
you turn around, and the nobleman is staring right at you. He sees you, and he is just standing there. And in a split second, he stops, and he is still in tears. Like he is broken up about what he does.
Oh, shit.
And he falls to his knees and closes his eyes, and he spreads his arms and stands, or on his knees, holds still, like he is accepting his fate and is ready to die.
Should we kill you?
Like you ask him,
Yeah.
he doesn't respond.
I want
to go over to him.
Yeah, I want to go over to him.
Hug him.
I'd like to help him up and ask him what the fuck he did.
So you guys begin to walk over in the cave path, and as you get closer to the stairway that he was traversing before, because he is
Actually,
slightly.
you know what? Before I get all the way over to him, I'm probably going to, call these guys. Because I'm not very big.
All right,
Yeah.
You gonna call him?
Bartholonude, Topher, you should probably get in here.
do you guys follow? I know. Just to point out, Topher had appeared to have some kind of internal struggle that was going on with him.
I'm still not really hearing. Like I can hear it, but I'm not comprehending what's going on.
Okay.
My disposition changed mainly because he was fucking weirded out about the whole thing, and
Who was? I'm sorry.
my disposition changed because he was weirded out, and I know he's detected some things before, and this whole thing with the story that we've been up to now, this is a really weird place, so I'm treading lightly, and by playing the flute, it was an alma mater to my kindred brother spirit.
True.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So
We're alone here.
So you had stopped. You don't follow him. You stopped and went back to check on
I'm
him.
not saying that I can't be pulled out of this. Like if I'm just
Well, no, that's what I mean. If
nobody's
he's come
really
back to check
I
on you.
stopped playing the music, and I put my flute away, and I start walking toward Benedict and Hamilton.
Okay.
So I'm still over here by myself.
So
Yeah, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna.
So
check
Hamilton
on him.
approaches the nobleman, who is still on his knees with his arms spread and looking to the sky, or looking up. He's obviously in the basement of this building, and he is. As you get closer to him, the torches illuminate the area, and you see that there's stairs, and it goes back onto a finished area and not just a cave. So there's like a stone path. And as you walk up these stairs and you get closer to him, he is still just there. And as you get closer, you could tell he's mumbling something under his breath. And he seems to pay no mind to you. And he is still in tears and sobbing.
Oh, I don't like that at
Yeah,
all.
I don't either. I kind of want to grab him anyway.
I want to punch him right in the face.
Yeah, I want to grab him so he can punch. What? You want to punch him in the face right now?
Yeah, I just want to punch him in the face.
Punch him in the throat so he can't mumble anymore.
Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah.
yeah.
Right to the Adam's
All right,
apple.
I'm going to
I
pick
wanna
him
give
up
him
and
a
you're gonna
chop.
punch him. Yeah.
So you grab him.
Yeah, I grab him and I bring him up on his feet and he's going to punch him in the throat.
Yeah.
The reason why I feel that punching him in the throat would be a good idea is because you said that he did not give a shit that we were coming anywhere close to him.
Yeah,
He
and
was
I don't
just
like the
laying
fact
down.
that he's just mumbling.
He didn't seem to notice. Like I didn't mean to say that he was. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to stop you from punching him.
Yeah, you're not going to stop us from doing that.
Oh, I didn't know we were recording.
Yeah, it's
My bad.
recording.
No, I'm not trying to stop you. Essentially what I was trying to get at was the fact that he is so distraught in what he's trying to do and what he has to do and what he's just been assigned to do that he's not caring that there's anyone near him. Like, he wants to fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, he is so upset.
Well, I want to punch him in the throat.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify.
What if you just gave him like a swift chop?
That's what I said, chop.
Oh, you said punch just now.
Well, I said punch originally, but then you said I wanted to punch him in the face. And then you said hit him in the throat. And I was like, yeah just give him a quick chop. Just
Oh, okay. Then yeah, absolutely.
chop.
I'll stop that.
Quick.
Okay. So, you,
I lift him up off the ground.
No, I just like, you guys are just like, I'm trying to talk, and you guys are like, pah, 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 like in the background.
Yes.
So he's on his knees and he is mumbling, and you casually stroll up the stairs and you kind of walk up to him, and since he's just ignoring you, you just stick out your hand and you just like,
Well, he grabs him first. He grabs him.
oh, you
Yeah, I grab him up.
do you like behind him, like pick him up?
I
or-
literally just grab because he's laying on the ground like flat.
It's on his
right?
knees.
No,
No,
he's
on
not
his
flat.
knees.
He's
Oh,
on his knees, like with his arms spread.
Okay, well,
like
I
that.
pick him up by the back of his shirt
Okay,
and fucking.
you are not nearly
I'm 5 foot tall.
him. Okay.
I could jump and make it.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out, like, you can't pick him up.
No, not pick him up. I mean, like,
Okay, you lift
Hoist
him up.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, essentially just getting his attention.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Get off
Okay.
your fucking knees.
Okay. So you, like, hoist
up,
him
bitch.
up and up off the ground.
And I'm ready with the chop coming in. I mean,
And-
if he's going to say anything, this is the time to say it because I'm ready.
So as you lift him
Hand-bladed.
up, you see his eyes open as he, like, flings upwards. And do you chop him?
I'm ready. I'm right there. Like, he's looking at the hand.
He's ready to be
Okay.
chopped.
If he doesn't
So
say
he
anything
doesn't-
soon, he's getting chopped.
He stops mumbling.
Well,
And
then
he's
that's all-
looking right at you guys.
I just want him to stop mumbling.
that's-
so
that's-
if he has stopped mumbling, I'm just going to keep the hand there,
Yeah.
just in case. It's ready.
Okay. So he's not saying anything.
I
He's
ready
just-
to attention to what's going on over here, and I rush over just to observe what's going on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and he's not saying anything. He is just sitting there in your grasp, and he is not fighting you. He is just
I want to know.
distraught.
I want to look right at him, directly in the eyes, then look at my hand, and then look back at him and say, "You better stop talking or else you're going to get some of this."
He doesn't say anything. He's just
I want to chop
he's
him
ready
in the
for
throat.
it. So you reach out and up, and you
Yeah.
whack him right in
Hop off the ground.
the windpipe.
Yeah.
And he just kind of regains his composure, and he says nothing. His eyes are glassy from crying. His face is just distraught. There is no emotion. He is just like defeated.
Should I charm him?
I want to ask him like what he did, like what is happening.
Ask him.
What have you done? Bitch.
So he's hanging his head, and you speak and ask him what he's done, and you call him a bitch. It hurts. It's not nice. It's feelings.
It's super effective.
And he raises his head and looks at you, and he starts to cry again, and he says, "What haven't I done?"
Who do you work for?
He doesn't say anything. He just hangs his head again.
I want to express that, like, maybe like a false sense that we are trying to help him, so he talks.
Okay. I need you to narratively
ahead and
explain
do
how you're going to
Okay.
do that.
Noblemen, sir, we care for the people of this town as you do, and we seek your help. If you are doing something that is against your will, tell us now what might help us aid you in doing what is right.
Yeah, that.
So the nobleman lifts his head again, and he's kind of choking over his words, like he can't find exactly what to say. And finally, he squeezes out just a sigh and says, I heard you up on the entrance. I recognize the four of you from earlier today. I cannot deny the things I've seen, the things the people of Neverwinter have seen. I have seen them all.
He did it all for the nookie.
I had a hand in their delivery. I've welcomed this evil into this town. And I, like you, care greatly of the people of this town, the children, and the women, and the men, the history, and the just everything. I am part of this town, as you are. What I have done and what we could accomplish together cannot stop what is coming.
We have to try.
And
What
to
is
be
the
fair, to be fair, we really haven't been here that long. This was kind of on you.
So as he is talking, you hear a piercing, almost like a shoo,
Oh, great.
and the room behind you all blazes red.
Good.
And Bartholonude, as you are not immediately attentive to this individual, you are up on him, but you hear this and you turn around and you see back behind the statues of the angel and the demon. The demon's eyes
Halberd still ready with thunderous smite.
The demon's eyes turn red, along with this visceral pillar of light that shoots out of the ground, and there is a symbol of a skull that is with blood droplets surrounding it
Oh, great. It's the night.
that comes up, and you see a shadow approach or rise out of the red, and it kind of engulfs the red, and it kind of dims it to a purple and then into a black, and the red fades. And you see a shadow move across the room, and as it's coming towards you, do you guys want to take any actions? Because it is moving slowly, but it is approaching. And the lights are dimming, the candles are flickering, the
I don't
flames
wanna-
on the wall are out.
I don't want to take any sudden actions. I kind of just want to be ready.
The nobleman is terrified. He is shaking in your hands.
Sweet. I want to throw him in it.
Yeah. I'm with that.
So,
I want to step toward it.
okay. So, just really quick, Topher, what's going on with you?
Oh, yeah, shit.
So all this stuff happens. This skull and the shadow creature. Do I tell how I feel?
That's up to you. That's
Because
I don't know. You normally do.
wow, dude. Wow. Fucking low blow.
I don't have Gaudium ready right now.
Hold on a second.
Got him!
Gotta fucking drown that pain real quick.
I had to.
I mean, obviously, nobody came to, really help me while I was in my state of mind. When all this darkness comes closer to me, to, the vicinity, I feel drawn towards it, in a sense.
Interesting.
But at the same time, I'm fighting it.
Okay.
So
With that, so do you remain in position? Because you were still back in this room where this wall was slid out from.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I was in such a state beforehand that I don't know where exactly the rest of the party went. So I just kind of,
You can see them from where you're at.
Can I see them?
From where you are in the room, line of sight, you would be able to see what's going on.
Okay.
But you wouldn't. The only thing you can really see is that the lights are dimming from one area from the right side of your vision, and then they're up, kind of looking back that way, trying to figure out what exactly is going on. And then you see the nobleman like terrified and trying to like scoot back, but he's being held firmly by Benedict.
Okay. I think that Topher's doesn't want to get any closer to the evil than he has to, so he's going to stay where he's at.
Okay.
Oh.
So, as you are kind of gauging the situation, you kind of snap out of the situation you were in. You kind of stand up and you see the light fade, and then you can feel this presence that's moving across the room, and you feel it kind of overcome where you're at, and it's just kind of, it just envelops the room, and it's almost painful for you to be in. And you just kind of like back up, and you slowly like start back up the stairs to get, not like you're headed that way, but you just kind of back up in that direction. And this shadow, it kind of centralizes itself in the center of this room, and then it takes form again into a shadow creature, maybe humanoid-ish in that shape, and it moves up onto the stairway, and it approaches you, and it is then directly in front of Benedict and the nobleman, and it stops.
Okay, so I moved back up the stairs to where we came from.
Yeah, not like, I don't mean like to say you walked back up the stairs, but like kind of like you're backing up and you like maybe put your foot or two on one or two of the stairs to go.
Okay, cool. That was just confusing because you went from that into he was right in front of the stairs where they were on. So that just confused me to where.
Didn't I go toward it?
Yeah.
No?
So he moved towards it.
To
Yeah.
Well, it just bypassed you then because its sole interest is moving towards Benedict and the nobleman.
So I want to take out my, what is that? Scimitar.
Scimitar.
I want to take out my scimitar and hold it to the nobleman's throat, and I want to find out what this fucking creature is. So obviously he has an interest in the nobleman. Like the nobleman is of some sort of use to him. So if I just fucking off him, then what? Like,
So I don't think I have a cooldown on guidance. So I want to put guidance on the nobleman just in case this thing comes after him, because I want to keep him alive.
Okay. You can do that.
I'm still gonna hold the.
You're going to hold the nobleman? Okay.
I'm still gonna hold that shit to his throat though.
Okay.
And I want to ask like, what this guy is. Like, what do you want? What is your goal?
So
What is your goal?
Are you speaking
are
to
you?
the nobleman, or are you speaking
I'm speaking to the creature.
the shadowy being?
Yeah.
Okay. Just going back a little bit. Bartholonude, you had walked towards this creature, and you had walked like over towards the edge of the stairs and possibly down a few steps, and it just passed right through you. It didn't even know you were there. It had no interest in you. And so how did you react to that?
As it was approaching me, I was in ready stance with my halberd ready to swing. And as I was beginning to swing, I pulled my hand back and my halberd in my hand, and it just passed through me.
Okay. And
then in startlement, I looked back at it to where it was going, and I'm observing what's happening.
Okay. All right. So you're readying. You asked it what it wants.
Yeah.
So it just kind of hovers there it's going on a good minute. And the tension is high.
Yeah.
No one wants to make any sudden movements or anything. And the nobleman begins to just cry again. And he looks up slowly at this creature and says, I beg of you. No. And there is a flash of light, and a giant purple lightning bolt strips in the middle of this, and it opens. And there is a portal, and there is a large man, completely shaven, with a large goatee and a purple vest, with a skull right in the middle of his chest, that reaches through and grabs the nobleman by the hair and pulls him through the portal out of your grasp and disappears back into a shadow and starts to move slowly back towards the portal. What do you guys do?
I'm running towards that portal.
Same.
Okay.
Straight up.
I join them.
You guys are moving towards the portal.
And as I'm moving toward the portal, I call out to Topher.
Now, he can see what's happening. Like, he has just observed all of
he
this.
sees it, but he's also going to hear me call out and go, come on, and get on the shoulders of me.
Of me! Okay, so now you guys notice that as you guys... So you guys are running towards the portal. Or not the portal, sorry, that's not the accurate statement. You guys are running towards the red light at the back room, because that's where the shadow is headed. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
You guys make the assumption that it's going back that way. So you get out there into, like, you guys all kind of meet up right outside the book, or the wooden wall that was a bookshelf on the other side. And you guys all kind of meet there, and all four of you take off running. Are you keeping pace with this thing, or are you getting ahead of it?
I'm trying to catch it up to it.
No, it's moving slowly. Like, it's
man.
barely off the pedestal. Like, it's moving as slowly as it came at you guys. Like, it is... It obviously, it had no interest in him. It just phased right through him.
I think I might be trying to get ahead of it.
Can I make a perception check to see if this is an illusion?
Absolutely. Go for
Or
it.
if this is actually real?
All right, Topher, give me that perception check.
About time you did something.
Tafia. Droplets of water.
Bouncing off of my nipples.
God.
Let me just make it sound like I did that really quick. Hold on. 10.
Okay. So, you kind of gaze around as you had just seen this portal open in like a zip of purple lightning, and this portal opened. This individual came out of the portal, grabbed the nobleman straight from Benedict's arms, and ripped him into the portal. The portal closed in another zip of lightning, and then this shadow creature began to move back towards the other side of the room, where he came out of this red spot on the floor. And you kind of look at this thing as it begins moving slowly, trying to get if it was an illusion, or you see it being like cast from some other area or something, and you can't tell. I mean, it's clear as day, just like something you just don't know what it is.
Okay.
From where I am, can I still see the demon statue at the foot of the stairs?
From where Hamilton is, yes, you can.
Okay, are the eyes still glowing red?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the statue.
Okay. So, from where you are, what's the range on Eldritch Blast?
I believe it's 100 yards now. 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely... You can shoot at it if you want. Go ahead and give me that spell attack roll.
That's going to be 17.
Okay. And an Eldritch Blast leaves your hand. And as it hits the statue, and nothing really happens. It just... The eyes are still red. You see some of the stone chip off the statue, but it doesn't appear to have any effect other than damage the stone.
Disappointment.
Sadness. What's next, guys? This shadow creature is continually moving back towards this red spot on the floor.
What
behind the demon
What does the red spot look like?
I had mentioned earlier that it looked like a skull in the floor.
And is the floor any different there, or is the floor just glowing?
No, the floor is different. It's raised, kind of like the floor where the nobleman is. It's finished, like a finished area,
Yeah.
like stone squares.
And it's glowing.
I'm going to jump on that platform before the shadow gets back to it.
So you're running.
So there's a... Okay, so...
Not,
Go ahead.
not only am I going to run toward it, but I'm actually going to jump and try to lunge to place myself on that platform as quickly as I can. And I move now.
Okay. So you take off running towards the red light on the floor. And as you get closer, you have a holy symbol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And where is it at?
I was just holding it, and it's normally around my chest.
That's right. You had to hold it. You're running. Are you running? I know you mentioned you had it in your hand and it was on your chest. Are you running like that?
Huh?
Like
Actually,
clutching
no. I still have my halberd. I'm ready.
Right, but your
I'm
other hand
ready.
was clutching. Is that your shield?
Well, the other hand was clutching it like a few minutes ago, but no, it's just still dangling from my neck.
Okay. Oh, so it's a necklace.
Yeah,
okay.
it's attached to a small chain.
Okay. So you take off running, and as you get closer, you feel your holy symbol begin to burn your chest. And do you power through it? Just keep going? Okay, so you power through it, and as you get closer and closer, it gets hotter and hotter, and eventually you get to the edge of where this red light is. And as you know, you look down, and it is clear as day. It is a symbol, red skull with droplets of blood surrounding it. It is very clearly what Francis described as the symbol of Baal, the god of death.
Oh, fuck. So as I'm running toward this, I jump up in the air, and with my halberd, in a little bit of an act of showmanship, I spin it around, and I stab the middle of the symbol on the floor.
Yes.
I come down in what I refer to as Beast King Blast! And just nail the fucking center of the floor.
Okay. God, that's good.
Metal. I'm fully erect.
So as you come down, your spear, it's a halberd, sticks in the ground, just cuts into the stone, and there's a shockwave. The thunder that was in it just blasts the floor and it cracks. And the light then shifts, as now it is coming from the cracks as if it is coming from deep, deep underground.
Oh boy.
And you hear a shift of stone, but not from beneath you, but from behind you. So you turn around, and the demon statue is now turned looking at you, as well as the angel statue, which is now facing the demon statue. And the shadowy creature is still moving towards the pedestal where you stand.
I'm going to cast command on the shadowy creature.
Okay.
Boom.
Lawyer.
So, do you have a roll for that?
Did the sound
No.
of my thundering smite not cause anything? Real quick.
No. I mean, like, you broke the ground, shattered the ground it was on,
The
but...
sound didn't affect anything around us.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What do I need to beat?
14.
Okay. So, the shadowy creature did beat this.
Weird.
And it just passes right through him, and it continues, doesn't even phase him, and it continues to move forward.
Okay.
Okay. So...
I've literally got nothing. Like, that just...
Alright, so anything else?
So-
You guys want to do anything else?
So the statue's turned, faced in towards...
Yes. Bartholonude is standing in the middle of where the red light is
Yeah.
coming up, and he has this burning symbol on his chest. It is like eating through his armor at this point. And the angel statue is now fixated on the demon statue with glowing white eyes. And the demon statue is now facing you, and
So I'm gonna
the eyes are burning even brighter red than before.
I'm gonna grab my holy symbol.
Yes.
And I'm gonna throw it at the demon.
Okay. So you take off your necklace, and you're holding it by the chain. And
No. I yank it off. I have no time. It's fucking hot as shit. I'm gonna grab it and fucking throw it right at the demon's face.
Okay. So as the holy symbol leaves your hand, flies towards the demon, the closer that holy symbol gets to that demon, the brighter red its eyes get, and the brighter white the angelic eyes get. And your holy symbol hits the demon statue, and it...
As soon as I let go of my holy symbol, I fucking play a flute song.
Percocet. Molly Percocet. Chasing chicks.
She got a big booty.
So the holy symbol hits the demon right on the nose, and it hits and falls to the ground. Appears to do nothing. So you see this, and you guys all are watching, and the shadow creature moves closer. And as it does, the shadow creature broaches, is now to the point where the statues are, and is about to come back up onto the red area on the floor. And the demon statue crumbles. And the angel statue breaks. And from it, an angel emerges. And as the angel comes to life, it looks at the shadow creature and tackles it onto the floor and rolls off into a corner where none of you guys can see it with the shadow creature, which is now fully alive as a ghost and not just a shadow creature. It has become tangible.
I put my flute away.
Okay. So you hear struggling, you hear screaming, you hear fighting, and you hear the nobleman crying.
Oh, we can hear the nobleman.
Nobleman.
Interesting.
So he's back on this plane.
Yes. And you can't see him. He is off in a corner behind a wall where you guys can't see yet. So
I want to immediately run over there.
you guys all take off over that direction?
I'm taking off.
Topher does not. Hamilton does
I do
not.
Well, I was standing on the middle, so yep, I'm with you.
I want to bust up that ball signature.
The what? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The ball, like, signature, whatever, the skull on the ground that made the demon mad.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So upon the angel busting out, that symbol in the floor disappeared.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to follow him then.
Okay, so are you still just hanging back?
Yes.
Okay. Or sorry, Topher is hanging back, and Hamilton, Bartholonude, and Benedict run directly to the south. Hamilton, Benedict, and Bartholonude run down the hallway to where this angel tackled this ghost. And as they come around the corner, they see the angel has been speared to the wall with a hilt that is shaped like an upside-down cross and a sword on the other end. And it is right through its face, just from right in between the eyes. And it is speared hanging on the wall. Wings down, just dead. And there is a hole in the floor that you can hear something scurrying through that is just wide enough for it to fit through. And all of you could fit through.
So that means...
And you can hear the nobleman screaming.
Yeah, I'm going in there. I'm saving that nobleman.
I want to grab like 2 or 3 handfuls of angel feathers because those are probably worth something.
Fair. Very fair.
What are you doing, Hamilton?
I'm trying to sell these things.
Was out for himself.
That is quite wise. So I grab its halo.
It does not have a halo.
Motherfuck. Can it at least have a Master Chief, considering everyone gets those two things confused?
It's got a little like toy in its pocket of a Master Chief.
So, I'm jumping in that hole
Oh, straight up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
real. Okay, so you guys are. What are you two doing?
I'm back here just pissed off that these guys are stealing some dead angel's feathers.
Actually, is the hole in the ground, is there light down there, or is it, like, totally dark?
It's dark.
Okay, so I'm probably going to be like, Topher, can you make me all glowy and shit?
Yes.
Then I'm going to poke my crotch out at him.
You could still hear the nobleman screaming, but it's becoming more and more faint.
Yeah, and he's going to see my perfectly erect little wiener down there.
I cast light on Hamilton's dick.
On his dick. Is it
Right
out? Did
on
he
his
pull it
dick.
out for you to cast it on
He
him?
was thrusting it at me. I just aimed in the general direction.
My murderer erection.
So it hits him. Okay. It hits him, and he is now illuminated again. He is becoming used to being a human lantern.
Yes.
And so you just take off down the hole?
For sure, yeah, 100%.
Okay. You go. You follow. Topher?
Fuck it.
All right. So you guys are traversing this tunnel, and it is very tight quarters. Not so much for Hamilton or for Benedict, but as you guys are funneling down in the order of smallest to largest, Hamilton is booking it down this tunnel. Is it is wide enough for a large human, or large enough for you to fit through Bartholonude? So obviously he can fit through it with relative ease. So he's rushing to keep up with these noises, and he's getting closer and closer. And you as well, Benedict. You're rushing pretty well down this hole. And you guys can't see anything. Oh yeah, you can, because he's enlightened again.
and I have
So-
dark vision too.
Yep. Okay, so you guys are so Topher and Bartholonude are kind of struggling to keep up, and they're just kind of shifting as quickly as they can through the tunnel. And then you hear Hamilton kind of go, "Whoa!" like kind of yell, like, and you hear a splash of water. And then you guys all slowly you lose the light, but then it slowly starts to come back into vision as you are coming up on something. And then you come out of this tube of water, and you start to step in light water, and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. As you get to the end of this tube, it opens up, and you're in a sewage system of sorts.
Sick.
So, appropriately enough, with Daniel's
Daniel's
asshole.
ass.
Echoes real life. Yeah.
You guys are in like you're in what appear to be like sewage tunnels underwater, some kind of underground water system. And you guys are at the end of where the water appears to be coming in. Somehow this tunnel led into this, or fed into this water tunnel or something. It doesn't necessarily stink. It doesn't smell like you guys are standing in sewage, but where you guys are standing, it does not smell good. So it looks like somehow where you're at is connected to this sewage system. But you guys are at the end of this, and you can see down this long tunnel of water. And at the end, you can see, but Hamilton and Benedict both see the ghost round the corner to the right, all the way at the end of this water system. What do you guys do?
I'm going for it.
Go that way.
Okay.
What about
So-
you boys? You coming with?
Yeah, I'm struggling to try to fit through this crack, but as we come out, you guys are a little bit ahead of me, and I see that you're heading towards something, so I try my best to keep up.
Mr. Nude, make haste.
So this tube that you guys are standing in or about to jump out of, it is about probably 15 feet up from where the water hits the water. There's no ladder down. There's nothing. It's just a waterfall that you guys are standing at the end of. So your only options are either to find a way down or to jump into the water below.
Yeah,
You said there's
I'm
a
jumping
waterfall?
it. It's only 15
It's
feet.
it's
Yeah.
a tube of water where the water's coming out and falling 15 feet into like this stream of
So
water.
we're at the top of the waterfall.
Yes.
I want to do a graceful front flip into a wonderful dive.
Like a swan dive.
Yes.
Okay.
A twisty front flip.
Give me that acrobatics check.
All right.
What? That's not.
What?
Press the wrong button.
That is going to be a 13.
13. So you jump up to the edge of this this tube and you jump. And you do a little flip. You don't quite land the perfect 10 from the judges. Okay. However, you get a nice little dive into the water.
I'll take it.
And as you hit the water, you kind of dive down, and then you come back up and you crest the top of the water, and then it hits you, and you are now swimming in sewage. Like, you are in sewage. So
I hold up a piece of paper that has a 3 on it.
Topher gets inspiration.
Yeah, I mean,
for the judge joke.
I'm jumping into that too, but I wasn't going to do anything special.
Okay.
I don't know where to add my
You get a
inspiration.
0 from the judges.
To the left of HP.
So you see your brother has come up from the water. You don't know that it's sewage at all because he has not expressed anything. So you just kind of jump, but you see that he made it out safely.
Yeah.
So you jump in. God, you're lucky because I had a plan for how deep that water was going to be. Like, I knew exactly how deep it was. And if I'd been like, that's 3 feet and you swan dive into it, you're fucking dead. You broke your neck, you're dead.
Done.
How irresponsible.
But I didn't.
I swan dive into it.
I'm just kidding. What's up?
I just
So,
die.
Hamilton runs and jumps in. And do you guys follow suit? Topher and Bartholonude?
I go over and... Oh. I don't really want to jump into it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, how high up is it?
15 feet.
Fuck it. Yeah, I jump in.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't, climb down
that's
that.
what I'm talking
I have a rope.
about.
I mean, it's only 15 feet.
Yeah.
I have
Only
a rope.
3 of me.
Okay.
And I'm going to tie it off. Is there somewhere to tie off this rope?
So you're in a tube of water, and the tube is it's a tube. So there's really nowhere that you can see that where you can get a vantage point for anything to tie it off.
So I'm just going to take the rope and put it back in my bag and then jump into the water.
Okay. So everyone jumps other than Bartholonude. He gets to the edge and jumps off, and he makes the biggest splash. Large dragonborn. You find it refreshing, but as you hit the water and come up, you also then realize that you just jumped into sewage. So
You said it's only 3 feet deep?
I said I could have made it 3 feet deep, and he swan dived and broke his neck. You can feel the bottom, but it wasn't enough to where, like, you landed in the water and your feet hit the bottom and you pushed yourself back up. So you came back up, and you guys kind of look around. Everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
I got a 10.
Oh, shit. All right, I have a 21.
21. Nat 20.
Damn.
20. Not a nat. Just 20.
So 2 20s, 1 nat, a 21, and a 10. Okay. So you guys come up out of the water and you immediately realize that there are edges on both sides. You remember that the ghost had went all the way down towards the end, as far as the straight path that the water is taking everyone can go, and then branched off to the right. You can get out on either side. However, there are pathways that go to the right and to the left. And the water is not... The path of the water is about 10 feet... so the stream of water is about 10 feet wide. So you couldn't get on one side and then jump to the other. So you need to make a discernible decision as to whether or not you need to get on the left side or the right side. Both sides have pathways that lead along the edges all the way down as far as you can see. But they go in to cubby holes or other paths and then come back out on the other side, but you don't know how far those are down, if there's a way to get across. without getting back in the water.
What if we stay in the poo water?
You could do that. You could just kind of swim down through. You're already in it, you know? God damn it.
That's great.
There it is.
Thanks, Daniel.
So, I know that we're currently following this demon, or the ghost, or whatever the fuck he is. But do we want to check this place out a little bit? Do we want to go left? What do you guys think?
You guys all did really well in your perception checks. I just explained the whole hallway and where everything was. There, ahead of you, about 15 feet, there is the water branches to the right and goes down another pathway. And then what doesn't go down that way?
That's the same way that the creature went, right? He went to the right, correct?
Yes. But that's not the path he went. He went to the path to the right all the way at the end.
Okay.
So there is about
the water,
15,
the
about
water
15
veers
feet
off before that.
Yeah, about 15 feet in front of you, there's another path that the water takes to the right. About 25 feet ahead of that, the water branches to the left as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, the water is coming in from that way.
So
And
it's
then
flowing towards us.
That way.
The water is flowing with you straight ahead, like at the direction that the ghost was at the end. Water's flowing that direction. The water branches and goes straight and left about 15 feet ahead. And then about 25 feet, more water is coming in and then going straight ahead as well.
I got you.
You guys want to follow the current?
Yeah, I'm going to stay in the water.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're already poo-filled wet. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
fuck it.
Okay, so you guys begin to swim down through the water, and you come upon the first branch off as the water is pulling you in that direction. So Bartholonude and Topher, you guys seamlessly kind of keep going straight. However, Hamilton and Benedict, you guys are struggling to stay up in the water as the current, you guys are smaller, but then the current is carrying you down. So go ahead and then make some Constitution saving throws.
It's 16.
Constitution +3. It's 20.
20? Okay. So as the current is carrying you guys and it starts to pull you over to the left, both of you guys grab onto the edge of the pathway and push yourself off and try to shove your guys' way out of that current and more into the current that's still pushing the water forward. And you guys kind of follow Bartholonude and Topher as they continue down the path. About 5 feet after that, there is another pathway where water is shooting in, and as you guys are passing, you look to the right. I'm sorry, you look to the left, and you see just a grate with more water just flowing constantly in. So you keep going, and you keep traveling 10, 5, 10, 15 feet, and you get to the edge, and the water gets very shallow. Right before you get to where it branches right and left. The water gets very shallow, and it's shallow enough for all of you to get up and stand on your feet.
I want to real quick, as I'm standing up, just flick the little turd that's on my shoulder off. Get rid of that guy.
Gotta get that.
It was probably a peanut turd.
Got to get that poo off your shoulder.
You gotta get that poo off your shoulder.
Where did this Centrum Silver come from?
Sorry.
Topher, quit shitting in the water. So you guys all stand up, and everyone make a perception check here for me.
16.
11.
Ten.
Hold on a second. We were fucking around. Hold on a second.
They timed their dice roll at the same time.
I really like this board because I can just
adorable.
throw it at that corner, and it's fucking nice.
It's 11.
So it was 10, 11, 16.
10, 10, 11, 16.
Okay. So all of you stand up, and you guys saw this this ghost carrying the nobleman go to the right. And you stand up, and all of you don't see anything other than you, Benedict. You look over, and you see there's something in the water. And it is the nobleman.
It's a turd.
And he is floating in the water right before, and his body is only caught by a grate that is pulling water back under the stone wall. And he's floating in the water right above this grate. Almost like trying to be dragged down with the current, but the grate is keeping him from being taken any further.
I want to grab him and get him to where... I mean, is he dead? Like, is he just passed out? Like,
you can't really tell from where you're at, but if you want to jump in and...
I do want to jump in.
I notice that you move, and I draw to attention to see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. So you jump in the water, again, because it does get deep again. So you kind of float over to him, and he is face up, and you notice that he is breathing.
And as you're grabbing him, I move over towards you to help you, because you grab him, I can see that what you're doing, and I can see the nobleman.
Tight. Yeah, I probably should have said something.
Okay.
Boys, we got him. He's right here.
Let me help you.
He begins coughing, and as he does, you guys notice that in his, it's a heavy cough, like a chesty, throaty cough, and he starts...
big turd in his throat.
He just vomits blood, like all over himself and all over your hand as you're holding him up, and he's not in good shape.
Yeah.
So
okay, so I want to cast Cure Wounds.
So, okay, give us the stats on Cure Wounds.
I'm getting there. So it is 2d8 plus 3.
Okay. Damn, is that a...
Wait, what?
It's a second.
Okay, second level
Oh,
spell.
you're listening to second level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, dude. Damn, Daniel.
I quit this podcast just for that statement.
Mission accomplished.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Daniel, what? You know what time it is?
No.
It's time to talk about our sponsors. Yes. I said that in like the most 60 to 30 degree way like you could possibly
Solid
think
40
of.
fucking 5 right there. Hell yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of D&D Kinda. I have with me the one and only... God, I forgot your character name. Just kidding. It's Topher.
It's
the one
Topher.
and only Chris, Topher, Dingus, Dorian.
Yeah, cue the applause. Nobody likes me. It's okay. There's only one person that I know that listens to D&D kind of that actually likes my character.
Really? Wow.
And that's Tony. He's telling us the other day. He's like, as soon as Jed comes on, he's like, I fucking hate it. He's like, but I love.
Well, that's because
Topher.
it's Jed. Jed's my least favorite character in the D&D podcast too. But that's because he gives me the most shit. I love you all equally. You're like my children. And contrary to popular belief, the point of the DM is not to kill the characters.
Yes.
It's to guide you on an epic adventure. The one you all are listening to. And while we're here, that's actually why we're here. I want to thank you for listening. And I want to tell you about a couple of our sponsors that are helping make this podcast a possibility. And first of all, when you are listening to the podcast and you hear those sweet clinks of dice, that is the one and only SkullSplitter Dice.
SkullSplitter.
So we use SkullSplitter Dice. They are a metal dice making company. They custom craft every dice that we use and that they sell on their website, whether you get the plastic sets or the metal sets. They're all custom handmade and then sent out to you in these nice little metal containers with nice little cutouts. They sell all kinds of different sets, completely customized down to your character, no matter what class you are or race you are. They have a special customized set just for you.
It's great because the cutaways in there, like you can store multiple. Some of them you can actually store multiple sets of dice. And a little funny story too, because Michael lost his D4, and man, we tore the studio apart. I mean, like we were looking in everybody else's dice bags, like looking everywhere, couldn't find it, and the way that it was positioned inside of the tin, you couldn't see it. It was like invisible. And I finally found it. I mean, shit, we took 2 weeks looking for that thing?
I ordered another one.
Another one. And yeah. So now he's got 2d4.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Which that's another thing about SkullSplitter Dice. If you lose one of your dice or you just need you want a set and you want 2d6 or 2d20s and you have a set, you don't have to order another set to get one. You can order each and every color set of dice individually just so you can have that many.
Sloan agrees.
Yes, I'm holding my baby right now. She is sleeping, and she's getting restless because now I have to buy her a set of SkullSplitter Dice. Please help us. If you would like to get yourself a SkullSplitter Dice to help on your adventures, the rolls on these things are always so great. you can go to 13palmtrees.com/DND kinda. DND kinda, and if you go there, there is a affiliate link it'll forward straight to the SkullSplitter website. If you use that link to purchase your set of SkullSplitter dice or anything on your website, we actually get 15% of the proceeds. And that helps us out to bring you guys new content, new types of content, pay for our bills, and help support my sweet baby to stay alive because I'm broke. Oh my goodness! Just kidding.
You actually just started. You're starting a new job too, so it's definitely scary. So every little bit helps. Keeping my brother alive. We also a lot of people don't know we actually run the studio out of his house. So all of the overhead as far as the electricity, things like that, and the ridiculous amount of times that Jed uses the toilet during the episodes, all the water bill, all of it, the toilet paper.
Absolutely.
Michael's responsible for all that, so every little bit helps. Because Jed has, on top of his glaucoma and his baldness, he also has IBS. He's just falling apart. So yeah, we definitely need more toilet paper. So it'd be great.
Yes, so buy SkullSplitter dice so we can buy toilet paper.
Yes.
Your awesome sets help support Jed's clean butt. Another one of our sponsors we want to touch on, since we're talking about D&D, Elderwood Academy. So
Yes.
Daniel, let me tell you about Elderwood Academy
Tell me a little
because
bit
you look
more.
clueless.
I know about them, and I love the products that they have sent us because growing up working with our grandpa and his woodworking shop, it's like almost nostalgia, like smelling, like just because the
very
wood
true.
is just like, the smell of it and the quality of it's so good.
Yeah, they sent us a couple samples for us to try out, and they sent us a couple hex boxes, and those are hexagonal-shaped boxes with inscriptions that you can choose. If you were to get one, on the top of them, you can custom choose each type of wood, the engraving that you want, what the insides are made of, leather, foam, anything you want. You can get dice rolling trays, you can get codex towers, which are just dice rolling towers with custom leather engravings on them. You can get dice trebuchets. I could literally set this thing up and launch dice at you. That is so cool.
So cool.
So if you go on our website as well, there's an affiliate link there on 13palmtrees.com/D&D kinda. You can find the SkullSplitter link, and you can find the Elderwood Academy link. Either one of those, if you go there to purchase your tabletop gaming accessories, you can go there, get those, and we'll get 15% of the proceeds, and that'll go towards helping us pay our bills, keep us on the air. But as always, the best way to help us out, share the podcast with a friend. If you have friends that play D&D, tell them about it. We are absolutely loving what we're doing. The story is just getting started, and I promise you, we have a lot of fun stuff.
It's going to get even better.
We have a lot of fun stuff in store for you guys. I've spent countless hours writing this thing, so give it a like, give it a listen, leave us a comment, share it with your friend. And while we're talking about it, we got other shows too, man. We got Wasted Local Talent, which our resident Topher here.
That's me.
That him and Hamilton, which is Jed. I prefer him as Hamilton. Anytime I get a fantasy Jed over real Jed is always a treat.
I don't know. I have to live with him.
That's true. Well, that's what I said. I'd rather have fantasy Jed than real Jed.
True.
So anytime I get that is always a treat. So if you guys get the chance, check out Wasted Local Talent. It's all about supporting local bands, local businesses, artists, things like that in the state
Based
of
in
West Virginia.
Yeah.
And then also we have Video Game Mythos for myself and also Bartholonude, Ryan Wolfong. We dive into video game characters and go over some of their backstories, and it's a lot of fun. I actually learn a lot from that show doing research just about characters I thought I knew everything about, but definitely don't. And then finally, we are adding a new podcast, Welcome Gurus of Gaming.
Gurus of Gaming.
Where Roger Harper and Josh Folmsby and myself, along with new panelist Ryan Turner, get together and talk about what we all love most, video games. Don't lie, you don't love your family most, you love video games most. Sorry, small baby on my lap. Just kidding, love you, but I also love video games. So yeah, give that a listen, give it a like, give it a check out. Again, the best thing you can do to help us with exposure is just to give us a like, give us a share, tell your friend about the show. So with that, let's get back to the episode.
And remember, I did not have sex with those horses.
I don't believe you.
If you would like to purchase this advertisement space, visit us at 13palmtrees.com or contact us through emails or the socials media.
3,
Will
6.
you still record us?
369.
Damn, you fine.
That's a 12.
It's a 12.
12? Okay.
Healing for 12, motherfucker. You good.
A light comes from your hand as you place it on him, and he kind of gets like a deep breath as he keeps coughing, but he gets a nice deep like inhale, and his eyes kind of like widen up, and he's noticeably better.
I can edit that out. It's okay. You can't hear it in any of their microphones.
I'm just disappointed in you.
Don't worry. I'm disappointed in me too.
Wow.
Okay, Dad. I mean, Michael. But the nobleman perks up as he's just been healed for 12 points of his life, points of HP, and he kind of like opens his eyes and he doesn't really know where he is, and he kind of looks at you, and he's like, what? Where? And he doesn't say anything else. He just, like, as he's regaining his bearings, he's beginning to understand like what's happening again.
Yeah.
So, what you guys doing?
So I'm going to grab the nobleman, and we're near the grate, and above the grate is a concrete walkway, right?
Yes.
So we're just outside of the grate, and we're in the water, so I'm going to grab him and kind of put him up onto the platform, and I'm going to crawl out of the water up to be on his level.
Okay. So you guys climb out of the water, you put the nobleman up on where he's sitting up, and all of you climb out of the water?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
climbing out.
all right, so
And I want to cast Heroism on the nobleman. Heroism is a creature that you touch is imbued with bravery. It lasts for 1 minute. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier.
Tight.
So this will make him brave and possibly persuade him to do the right thing and to give us some information.
That is clutch.
A heroism is cast on touch, so I'm going to lean over and put my hand on his shoulder.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And as I touch his shoulder, I'm going to like pull him toward me, and we kind of look eye in eye, and I'm going to say, bitches ain't shit.
Arise, my son. Arise.
oh man. All right, so the nobleman, so how much is he healed for? I noticed you said he got healed, but
13. So he's healed for another 13. And not only that, but he's also exceptionally brave now.
Your modifier can't be 13.
Yeah. My
No
modifier
fucking way.
is 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my charisma.
okay. So he's healed for your 12, your 4, so 16. He's healed for a total of 16 damage.
And he's brave as shit right now.
Yeah. And I didn't really
Mel Gibson
say
on our hands.
bitches ain't shit. I looked at him in the eye and I said, let's be a man about things. Let's do the right thing.
So it wasn't just you hit him with this and
It was
you
like
expected him. You tried to verbally and
I
him.
verbally plus, casted the spell by touching him, and I believe that has a better impact.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for the effectiveness of that bravery?
No.
Because it doesn't say anything in here about that.
No, it's just you cast this. It's just like any of the like charm or not
Gotcha.
charm, but like the heals or anything
Gotcha.
like that.
So after I cast that bravery, I say, please help us. Tell us what can aid us in this conquest.
So the nobleman, obviously, he's perked up. Like he's feeling good. His wounds have healed. He's not bleeding anymore. He's not coughing anymore. And he appears to be very thankful. And he kind of looks at you guys and says, "You are up against something far beyond your capabilities. There is evil at work here, and you must get out."
What evil is at work?
And he's kind of had his head hung, and he is just looking around because he's like trying to think about everything that's happened. And he looks up and he looks right at you, Topher, directly in the eyes, and says, "Baal, you know of whom I speak." And then
I don't say anything.
Okay.
I just look at him.
And he says, you must get out. We must get out of here.
I don't think we're going to do that.
I implore you, if not just to leave, let us get out of the sewer. I can explain more when we're gone.
Oh, great.
All right, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Bartholonude.
Let's do it.
So the nobleman gets up and is like you said, he's empowered, and he's like, "Follow me!" And so he takes off, running down the side of where you guys came up on. He goes around the corner and just runs down the hallway along the wall.
I want to go with him. I want to try to be next to him when he's running.
Like right next to him?
I want to kind of be with him just to make sure, because if he's going to divulge information, I expect him to be attacked, to be prevented from giving us information, and I want to try to aid him and protect him because he's a reliable source of information.
Yeah, I want to be as close to that as possible.
Because you guys are all grouped up like real close.
So I'm going to grab my halberd and just kind of be in a ready position and just try to be as like kind of be in front of him, kind of leading the way. But I'm like, you can't lead the way when you don't know which way you're going, because he's kind of taking us.
And these where you guys are running along these walls, they're very narrow, so you guys have to be in almost single file.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are as close as you can be while it's comfortable to move quickly. So you guys are all following the nobleman. Are you as close behind, or are you just trying to keep up essentially? I'm curious as what Hamilton and what Topher are doing, because you guys haven't said anything.
I'm pretty suspicious at this point.
Me too.
I'm pretty suspicious at this point because Topher's been like real weird, and now the one dude like stared him right in the eyes, and, like just give him like a lot of weird vibes. So I'm gonna like kind of stay back behind him, like hang way back. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, dude, I think I got a little bit extra poop." I'm sorry. "Oh, dude, I think I have a little bit extra of poop stuck in my tunic. You go ahead, I'll catch up."
Okay.
Yeah, I follow him.
Okay. So the nobleman comes up and rounds the corner, and then there's a bridge that actually crosses the water, and you cross it, and then there is a entryway or doorway on the other side of the bridge, and the nobleman runs through the doorway and kind of into this like dark room, and then you hear like as he's like shuffling upstairs. So, and you're right behind him, so you follow in and up the stairs, and then Topher shortly after with Benedict, and then you guys head up the stairs.
Yep.
So at the top of the stairs, you guys get up, and you are in what appears to be like a round tower, stone tower. And at this point,
tower. Sorry.
And at this point, it is beyond night. It's nearly dawn.
Is it a fortnight?
No, it's a PUBG.
Oh, it's B level. Okay.
Bush League.
I'm sorry, guys. You guys are gonna have to pay to hear the rest of this.
How much is it per month?
No, we have to pay to paint the walls a different color.
Because if it's yearly, it should be cheap because we've only done like 3 sessions.
If you guys want to change your outfits to get out of the shitty clothes, you should. It's 99 cents a person.
It's worth it for fresh clothes.
Please, so fresh.
Hashtag blessed. I need some
there's a screen on the wall where you can choose new emotes.
Can I get a sick dance and a pickaxe?
Dancing Queen.
So,
17.
as you guys all run up, and it is nearly dawn, and the sun is starting to rise, but it's still dark. You can just tell that time of day. And you get into this room, and the door has been blown off of this room, and it is completely round. There are skeletons on the floor. People died here, a lot of them. There's just piles of them. The doors have been blown off the hinges freshly. There's dust in the room as you guys come up to the top. And so all of you, I'm assuming all of you at this point, have run up the stairs into this room with the nobleman.
Yes.
And the nobleman has his back against the wall and comes towards the door. and with like his back's against the wall, and he's kind of like being stealthy, and he kind of scurries along the side of the wall, and then he kind of peeks his head out to look outside, and he doesn't see anything, and he leans back inside, and he just like breathes this huge sigh of relief, like, oh gosh, like kind of collect himself. So he turns around to you guys and he says, I'm sure you all have a lot of questions, but no, I have people who rely on me. I have people who will kill me, my family, everybody, if I tell or breathe a word of this to you. Please let me go in peace and know that I am trying to do the right thing. I am trying to find my way out of this. I am involved in something that's over my head, over your heads. And you have no idea what you're getting yourselves into.
That is for us to decide, little man. I'm 5 foot tall.
If you
Fucking Gimli over here.
If you divulge the information that we seek, we will pledge that we will protect you and you can join us. And we can keep you safe.
It is within all of our interests for you to tell us as much as you can that would help us in doing what is right.
So the nobleman kind of just pauses, and you can tell his...
I'll kill you if you don't tell us.
And he gets a small smirk on his face, and he looks at you and says, my friend, there are things in this life far worse than death.
Don't do it.
And doesn't say anything.
I want to punch him in the balls.
So
I go up and grab Hamilton by the shoulders and just hold him in place.
he's like angry at what this guy just said, and he's like, you little, and like you just like grab him, and he's like still walking.
I can see him getting ready to do something, and I grab him and do not let him do anything.
So
Hamilton's
the nobleman turns around, and he is now looking out the door, and as he turns around, the light is it's getting brighter and brighter, and the sun is coming up, and you guys start to, like, as your senses are opening up because it's getting brighter and brighter, you guys start to hear a stream, and you guys are out of like this cave, and it sounds like nature. You hear birds chirping, you hear a stream flowing in the background, and it starts to normalize, and the nobleman looks at all this and he says, this world that we live in, this Neverwinter, I was placed in charge here, not for anything, no evil purpose, but for the safeguard of the people here. But there were foul people behind the scenes, behind the leadership, and he's struggling to speak. Like, he cannot get out his words. And then he turns around, and the sun is setting over behind him, and the rays of light are coming over his shoulders, and he says, Baal is coming. The point of my order is not just to bring about the resurrection of our god Baal. The point is to bring him back at the right time. There are so many foul things that you don't understand. And not just that I don't want to tell you, I physically cannot. They're beyond my comprehension. I am just a cog in the machine. So I implore you, if this is the journey you choose to take, and then all of you see a flicker of light, I wish... And he is speared through his chest, and again, another time, through his throat. And he falls, choking on his own blood, to the ground. There's no one to be seen. There's no one around. There's just someone who wanted to do the right thing, who didn't want to die not being a hero.
I want to kick him in the dick. Do you like palm trees? Do you also like numbers that are odd and below 15? Well, this podcast was brought to you by 13 Palm Trees Podcast Productions. Check us out at 13palmtrees.com.